Hi, welcome back. This is a video on simplifying surds. Okay, let's take root 16. This is a perfect square. The answer is 4 with no decimal places. If we look at 81, this is a perfect square. The answer is exactly 9. If we say root 7, this is a surd. That is because it is not a perfect square. The answer is going to be 2 point something. So generally, if you had a square root of a number like 7, you would just leave it like that and you wouldn't actually work out the decimal. Now let's look at this one. Say we had the square root of 27. Well, we know that's not a perfect square, so do we leave it like that? Well, we can actually simplify that. We can write that as the square root of 9 times 3. And if you've got the square root of two numbers multiplied together, you can rewrite that as the square root of the first one multiplied by the square root of the second one. Now the first one here is a perfect square. The root of 9 is 3. This is a surd. We can't simplify it any further, so we just leave that as root 3. So a simplification of root 27 is 3 root 3. If you were to work both of these out on a calculator, you'll see that the results are identical. Now how about this one? The square root of 50. Well, this can be simplified as the square root of 25 times 2. In other words, it's the square root of 25 multiplied by the square root of 2. And the square root of 25 is 5. The square root of 2 we can't do exactly, so we leave it as root 2. So the root of 50 simplified is 5 root 2. Let's continue. What if we had root 5 multiplied by root 5? What's that? Well, the answer is 5. Because when you multiply together the square root of the same number, it is just that number. Therefore, root 3 times root 3 is 3, and root 2 times root 2 is 2. So what about 3 times root 5 times by twice root 5? What do you think that is? Well, all these terms are multiplied together. So we've got root 5 times root 5, that is just 5. We then multiply that by 2 and multiply it by 3. So the answer here is 30. How about 2 root 7 times 6 root 7? Okay, root 7 times root 7 is 7. So we've just got 7 times 6 times 2. 7 times 6 is 42, doubled is 84. Next, root of 18 times the root of 8. What does this equal? Well, the root of 18 is the root of 9 times 2. And the root of 8 is the root of 4 times 2. This equals root 9 times root 2 multiplied by root 4 by root 2. Okay, root of 9 is 3, root 2, times the root of 4 is 2, root 2, equals. Now this looks similar to what we had before. So we can say root 2 times root 2 is just 2, times 2 is 4, and times 3 is 12. And that's the answer. Okay, try this one. Root 98 plus this time root 50. Okay, what does that equal? Well, the root 98 is going to give us the root of 49 times 2 plus root 50 is root 25 times 2. Remember, when you're splitting these numbers up, you're looking to find a perfect root. So we could have split 50 up into 5 times 10, but that would have been no good because neither 5 nor 10 are perfect roots. Okay, now we've got these, let's sort them out. So this is root 49 times root 2 plus, and this is root 25 times root 2. So this equals 7 root 2 plus 5 root 2. And if we wanted to, we can now take the root 2 out of those two terms. So this now becomes 12 root 2. And that's the answer. Okay, let's try this one. Root 75 minus root 27. Okay, this equals the root of, how can we break 75 down? Remember, one of them's got to be a perfect square. Well, I think that is 25 times 3 minus, we've now got to break 27 down so that one of them's a perfect square. That becomes 9 times 3. Okay, this now equals root 25 root 3 minus root 9 root 3. The root of 25 is 5 and the root of 9 is 3. Okay, 5 root 3 less 3 root 3 is 2 root 3. And that's the answer. Okay, hope you found that useful. If you did, please like. And if you subscribe, you'll have access to more useful videos like this.